Here's your Farm and Ranch Report from the Montana Ag Network.
Hello everyone, it's time for today's Farm and Ranch News. And as we report again from Washington, D.C. today, the nation's capital was abuzz Friday night when President Trump tweeted that he had suspended plans to impose tariffs on Mexican goods, saying the U.S. and Mexico had reached an agreement on stemming illegal immigration. The president says Mexican officials agreed to take strong measures to cut down on the flow of illegal immigrants traveling through Mexico and entering the U.S. All of agriculture, of course, was very concerned about additional tariffs and the effect it would have on U.S. agriculture. But groups like the American Sheep Industry Association were very pleased to see an agreement was reached this past week.
Mexico is a big partner for us, so anything that raises that price, especially for the products that we're sending down to Mexico, a lot of those are, it's a real value-added product for U.S. consumers. So anything that raises that price is going to turn them away from U.S. lamb, and as we know here, even domestically, we've got a lot of other competitors.
In terms of exports, Mexico is the top trading partner for U.S. lamb producers.
And this year we're actually up about 78% in over the year, and we're up about 40% in volume. So it's been a very positive year for trade with Mexico, and we're very pleased to see that this was resolved so quickly, especially as we have other pending trade issues that are out there that are causing us a lot of concern in agriculture.
Avoiding these new tariffs is creating optimism in agriculture that Congress will soon vote on the U.S.-Mexico-Canada trade agreement.
I think it continues a lot of positive momentum. All of agriculture, or at least most of agriculture, has really told Congress very clearly that we need to see the ratification of the U.S.-Mexico-Canada agreement. We need to see that soon, because it's not just us that rely on those markets, but really commodities across the board.
Now, the American Sheep Industry Association says they will continue to advocate for trade agreements with China, Japan, and other nations that is beneficial to both U.S. lamb and wool producers. Don't go away, we'll have more news right after these messages. Returning back today, the USDA has confirmed the discovery of an unapproved genetically engineered wheat plant growing in an unplanted agricultural field in Washington state. Now, there was no evidence that this wheat had entered the food supply, USDA said in a statement this past Friday. The U.S. Wheat Associates and the National Association of Wheat Growers said they believe USDA APHIS is very well prepared to identify additional information about the discovery, and that discovery has also confirmed that there are no GE wheat varieties for sale or in commercial production in the United States at this time, as APHIS has not deregulated any GE wheat varieties, and that there is no health risk associated with glyphosate-resistant events in wheat, based on U.S. Food and Drug Administration evaluations. Of course, we'll continue to follow this story and share more with you here on the Montana Ag Network. And finally, today it's a busy week for agricultural groups across the state. This week, the Montana Farm Bureau will be holding their summer meetings in Bozeman starting this Tuesday and running through Thursday. And the Montana Stock Growers will meet in Miles City for their mid-year meeting this Thursday through Saturday. So I'll be traveling back from D.C. to attend all of these events, so we'll have more on all these meetings here on the Montana Ag Network. Reporting from Washington, D.C., I'm Lane Northmond.